Hello, my friends. Welcome to Stretch the Sketch. And I'm sure most of you know that this is where we take a sketch of the month, and I want to come in just a little bit more. We take a sketch of the month that is a 12 by 12 sketch, and we change it out. You can go Project Lifestyle, you can go Traveler's Notebook. I'm going to choose to do an 8.5 by 11 spread. I will show you the sketch right here, but I will also try to put it in right around this little area right here. Okay, so that is our fab sketch. Like I said, I'm going to try to inset it right up there. And I'm going to use for the sketch these two sets of photos. It's this fella here is my son Justin. This is his girlfriend, and that's her family. And they had a road trip to Chicago this past weekend. So I grabbed these photos from Snapchat right here, and they so looked like they would work for this sketch. So that is my plan. I'm going to be using this kit here from Hip Kit Club. I've been steadily working through the papers before the next one comes, all that kind of thing. I have one more coming. And I'm going to see how this goes. The sketch is fun and inspiring and a little different than what I'm used to doing, so I'm looking forward to it. So at this point, I'm just going to jump right in and see how this goes. I will go ahead and speed up just a little bit the next part of the filming because I'm not the world's fastest scrapper. That is the truth. Okay, here we go. Let's see how we can stretch the sketch. Wish me luck. First things first, I'm going to go ahead and cut down this black diamond type paper to an 8.5 by 11. And the reason I'm doing that is because I've decided to do an 8.5 by 11 horizontal sketch. When I do 8.5 by 11s, I like to I prefer to do horizontal orientation. Reason why is back in the late 90s when I used to do that, that's the way I did it. And I've just started doing them again with Stretch the Sketch, giving me a little bit of a push to do it in that way. And I think it's a fantastic and fun orientation to work with. So I'm trimming my photos. I wish I could have used a little bit of the white around them, but unfortunately the perforated edges of my photo paper just was not willing to allow that. I really wish that Canon Selphy would not leave those perforated bits so that we could use more of the white. Maybe they'll listen to that one day, who knows. So I'm trying to see if my photos are approximately the same height and they were off a tiny bit because I want to use them side by side as kind of a horizontal block kind of a thing. So I've attached my turquoise paper onto the black and I have the photos just sitting there. I'm trying to decide what I want to use to make those little rectangles that are on the top and the bottom of the photo. So I'm going through my supplies and auditioning this and that in order to do so. And I found this peach and white Vicki Boutin paper, and I'm doing approximately 1 inch by 2 inch little rectangles. So I went ahead and attached my photos down as well as the rectangles. Fortunately, the other side of the peach and off-white paper was this really great peachy coral tone, so I just offset them from top and bottom. You see that they get deeper on the bottom, the solid colors, and not a huge amount of thought to it. It was just for fun, and I kind of liked that it framed in the photo. My title will be Hello Chi-Town, and I'll go ahead and audition a couple of different pieces to use in the middle, but I do like the glittery coral color in the Chi-Town, and I believe those are thickers from an Amy Tan set. There's glittery letters in it, and then there's just the metallic rose gold. The glittery ones show off as much more of a pinky coral. The coral ones are a lot more muted out more towards the coral, but I do end up liking them. When I go ahead and put the title down, I will realize I need a much bigger camera between the title for the design to go the way that I want. So I'll end up with a large sticker one, not the one that you see there. So you see that I use a much larger camera. So now I'm looking for little bits to put in those rectangles like you see up on the sketch. And I ended up using a lot of these Vicki Boutin little holographic pieces. And this is a chipboard set. As well as I ended up loving the look of these circular little icon type elements. And I butted them up against each other just like you see in the sketch on the upper and lower parts of this layout. I think that they add a lot, and I really enjoyed the effect, as well as using up some of the goodies of my kit. Normally I might not get that many stars and 6 little chipboard pieces on, but this time I did, and it's even a nice small layout. So I do have some of the little holographic stars that I've put on. And then you do see in that little sketch piece that there are like little titly word things in some of the rectangles, and I just followed suit. I didn't follow suit it. I followed suit and did the same because Vicki Boutin was kind enough to furnish me with these chipboard words, and since I hadn't used more than one, I think I had plenty to choose from, and these are just fun, whimsical pictures of great people having a good time together. So you can use things like enjoy and today and all that kind of stuff easily. I love the generic things that you can use. Now every once in a while I get excited when I see some kind of like fortuitous, like I recently did a skyline layout of my son and his girlfriend on top of a building in the Chicago skyline, and I somehow had a little skyline epoxy piece. That's fun. But by and large, I do like generic kind of things. I have more fun scrapbooking the everyday moments than scrapbooking very specific, like holidays and all that kind of stuff. I think you know what I mean. So I looked through this Heidi Swapp sticker book I had. Nothing there really worked because the tones are very different from Heidi Swapp to Vicki Boutin in these two collections. But I did find this little heart die cut from Vicki Boutin that works. I'm going to go ahead and just put in the date. In my handwriting, I tend to use a lot of my own handwriting. So that's going to be about it for this layout. I like the way it turned out. So if you want to go ahead and look at the links below of all the other crafty fun people that are working along with me, I would appreciate it. They do a great job. We'll see you, friends. Thank you.